What's up, guys? If you saw my video from a couple of weeks ago when I was in New York, I was saying that it was time to start working on a new album, start working on a new project for Here and Now, and so I thought I would do that. And so I'm trying to document the whole process, and I said I was going to do some Instagram lives. So as it turned out, I had about 20 extra minutes today. Today is Saturday, February 2nd. Just got back from Chicago. Played there last night with Anat Cohen. And I said that I was going to do it live on Instagram. So I'm pulling out my phone. We're seeing if it'll connect. It says we're live. Just in my office. Let's turn this around. Nobody's here. But I'm going to record over here on the camera and see if anyone joins in eventually. But I'm just... Oh, so many people have joined here. So today I'm just trying to document the process of what it means to put together a new record. And today I had a few minutes. I told myself I was going to actually do this. Hey guys. Nice of you. Hey Anthony, how's it going? Going well over here. Just trying to document the process of putting together a new record. And so I've been working on new music a little bit. I keep it kind of in this notebook. I have a notebook of all this music. There's a bunch of new things kind of in here. But I just thought I would try to document the process. And so I just got the studio together. Hey Carlos, hey Anthony, hey Alan, hey Andrew. I just saw Andrew yesterday in Chicago. What's happening, man? Sorry we couldn't get together last night. But so Here and Now, so on the record it's going to be Jimmy McBride on the drums, Dave Barron on the bass, myself on trombone, and also Alex Wintz and Glenn Zaleski on piano. And so in this first Instagram live, oh, you were learning something from No Arrival. Which tune were you learning, Anthony? For this new record, I decided it's going to be called Cast of Characters, and I'm going to try to derive both some tunes and a bunch of, they're all going to be singles, and they're all going to, on the record, it's all going to have connective tissue to make it into one long piece. Oh yeah, rinse and repeat. Yeah, nice. Glad you're playing that. That's pretty cool. Send me a recording of it sometime when you do that. So, so in this, I just want to, like I said, document what I do when I'm trying to come up with a concept. And so what I do to come up with a concept usually is that I have to book the band in the studio, which I did, and it's booked for June 2nd during our summer break here at UNT. But I'm going to be in New York recording then, Sunday, June 2nd, with those cats that I just described. We're going to be making this record, Cast of Characters. So I kind of trying to base the whole suite of music on a little musical idea that I keep in this notebook here. So that notebook, let's see if I can actually find the page here. But it's kind of this idea that I put together, and it just kind of keeps coming back throughout all the different tunes on the record, or what will be the record. Let's see. It's been a while since I actually was able to work on this. Probably about, oh, here it is. It's probably been about a month or maybe even 2 months since I worked on it. So the whole thing is going to be derived from this inversions of these two triads, a D flat triad and a D major triad. So the main theme is this. So just those two triads, kind of a major 7 kind of sound. So it's going to be like... those couple of triads as the kind of basis for working on what these new tunes are going to be. So basically what I did was I took in this notebook and wrote at the top here, whereas you can see that thing that I just played here at the piano, that whole thing, and then I've kind of fleshed it out into a whole bunch of different melodies that could be used, and then also a bunch of chord progressions, and just kind of came up with a bunch of different ways of using it. So I have just these. Oh, hey, Adam Stein, what's happening? I have heard of the Mike Manning case, and it might solve all my problems. If you've been following on Instagram, I've been going on a case adventure, trying to find a new case. But have seen, the only person I know that has a Mike Manning trombone case is Alex June, who's a trombonist in New York. And he has nothing but good things to say about it. But the only thing is, I think you have to send him your trombone. So what are you going to do? Well, you send him your trombone. I'm a person that only plays one trombone, so I don't have a million trombones to send all over the place. Although my students might argue with me that there's a million trombones in my studio right now, but I'm in the process of getting rid of them all. Getting back to my one trombone setup. But getting back to talking about the record and talking about how I kind of document and get ready, is that, so I'd say I got the kind of the initial ideas up here at the top, and then I kind of flesh them out on page by page. Each one is its own piece, or maybe two pieces, and it's just like, sometimes it's just chord changes, like you can see over here on the side. I'll just write out some chord changes, or maybe I have little fragments of an intro or a melody or a bass line. And so I try to think all of it as once. Sometimes people ask the question like, should I do the melody first? Should I do the bass line first? My answer is that it's all one thing together, and that you can't really help but doing all of it together. I can't really help but conceptualizing the idea of the piece. It's not separate from the melody or the bass line. It's kind of like, it needs to have some kind of emotional content. It needs to have some kind of idea behind it, and that's where this cast of characters thing is coming from. And so it's going to be talking about kind of archetypes of people. It's not going to be about anyone in particular, although a lot of them will be drawn from kind of, actual people in life, but it's going to be kind of thinking about archetypes of people or situations. And so there's a lot of these tunes. I don't have time right now. I got about like 5 more minutes here to actually play through some of this stuff, but I'm going to try to challenge myself to at least once a week be doing this and trying to have a dialogue with you guys that are here in the live chat here, and also documenting for YouTube over here, so that I can document this whole process of creating the new record. So it'll be recorded in June, and then hopefully it will come out, definitely actually, I'm saying it's going to come out in the fall. So, nice, Anthony. I'm glad you're going through some of these arpeggio exercises. You can find, if you don't know what Anthony's talking about and you're looking and seeing his comments, there's some arpeggio exercises and double tonguing exercises that are on the YouTube channel. For all of you trombonists out there, that's awesome. I'm glad that they're being useful. I got to get back to practicing those myself. But, so I definitely I encourage my students, and when they're trying to think about how to brainstorm new pieces or write them, just to kind of come up with some kind of idea and kind of generate it from there. So that's where this kind of thing is coming from. Kind of just moving triads around and seeing how they fit together, and how they can generate different melodies, how they can generate different harmonies. Oh man, Anat Cohen's here. Hi Anat. Made it back to Texas this morning. As you can see, bags under my eyes and all. A great gig last night though. Yeah, we played last night at Chicago Symphony Hall with the Tentet, a new piece that Oded Laverie wrote for Anat. It's called Triple Helix, and we recorded that recently too, so be on the lookout for Anat's new record too. But, okay, so this was just me trying to force myself to do something that I felt uncomfortable with, which is streaming on Instagram and talking about just the start of making myself accountable for this new record, for this new music, and so you can look out for it. Cast of characters, fall 2019. It's going to be 6 singles and then a bunch of short pieces in between, and it's all going to come from that little triad pair exercise. Something like that, and that's kind of generated 8 or 10 pages worth of notes here in my little notebook, and that's where we're going to go from. So thanks for listening to my ramble here, and hopefully next time I'll have more concrete parts of a piece to show you guys, maybe in a week or 2. So we'll see you soon.